That's a saggy arse for an elephant. You'd expect it to be tighter.
Yeah.
You go woke.
Oh, I have got a bit woke of late. You're right.
That's going to be a snagging problem. That's going to be a right problem.
How are you going to get that out? Hello and welcome to Capital Breakfast After the Show. I'm Jordan North. He's Chris Stark and that's Sian Welby.
That.
Where are we up to? I can't remember last episode. What did we cut last episode? Here we are this episode.
What? It's like senile old grandma in the
Where
corner.
were we on the last episode?
Where were we last time?
It says
what
here.
year is this?
Chris, have you ordered your mirrors yet?
No.
bedroom.
We did talk about this. No, I haven't got mirrors in the bedroom yet. My focus has had to go elsewhere around the house.
Well, your doorbell for one. You've been moaning about that this morning.
Yeah, that's crap. So I need a new one. I want something that I don't know, brings like doorbells are kind of they're old, aren't they, sounding?
Like old chimes.
Apart from Ring doorbells, you were saying, I don't want to make it sound like an advert, but you were saying Ring doorbells. Oh, good.
You've got one,
no.
Chris.
Got
You
one.
catch
No.
that man on your drive every day.
No, that's my old house.
Well, you didn't bring the Ring doorbell with you?
No, I assumed that had to stay with the other house.
No.
Are you kidding me? You kept.
So now when
they
that-
got all the tech.
So now when that goes, it's connected to your phone, so you'll see what all the other neighbours
That's
are
why
up
he's
to.
done it, so he can dip back into his old
No,
property.
I promise
see
you,
how it's getting on.
promise you, I haven't had a look.
He
You
says
can,
winking.
you can turn your doorbell up if you've got like an old-fashioned one, because they do lose ring after a time. Probably get some bloke to come round and he'll just go, and that'll be.
Hold on, are you saying moving house you should take the doorbell? That feels a bit cheap.
No, the ring
100%.
doorbell.
I'd take the light bulbs.
The-
I'd be one of them.
You're my nightmare.
Yeah, because I'd be like, screw you. Especially, right, I'll tell you who I'd do it to.
Screw
No,
you.
listen,
No,
if I was like the
hear me
guy,
out.
you know the guy you... Right, I can't speak too much, actually. You've got to be
No,
careful
you
who's
can.
listening. But the person who bought your house, he was after every discount under the sun. I'd be like, fine then. Yes, you can have the sofa, but you're not having that light bulb in the downstairs toilet, and you'll never find one that fits.
So just with mine, it got to the point where it actually ruined the last 2 days of my holiday, because they were like, first of all, they got the house less than what I paid for it 3 years ago. Yes, I'm going
That's
into this.
is
Which
so
annoyed me.
annoying.
That's
But they were like, it's the
outrageous.
thingy market. I was like, let's get, right, whatever. Then we were like, you can have all the furniture. There was a John Lewis settee, right, that's less than 2 years old. And we said you can have it less than half price. They even tried to get us down on that, right? And then they come back just before it's completed doing proper shit tricks. It's winding me up thinking, proper shit tricks, like low tactics. They said the seller needs, what's the word? Not plug-in, where it's damp.
Like damp proofing or something.
What was it? And we were like, yeah, we know. We got told that when we had
Got
the
the place,
survey
yeah.
done, but we couldn't afford it at the time. They were like, yeah, they want you to pay half of it. I was like, hang on, I'm already paying for a drain pipe that they weren't happy with. That's cost me nearly $2,000.
For a drain pipe.
So, but then I just got to a point where adding up, and then I got a bit petty and was like, I'm taking that lampshade. They're not having that. The aspect thing is like they're not having that as well.
You should have
'Cause
taken the light bulbs. That'd have really pissed them
But
off.
apparently the rule is if you tip the house upside down, it's all the stuff that stays.
Is that
It's
the
basically
rule?
it. But-
Yeah.
and also you've got to leave a bulb, so what you'd have to do is, like, if you've got nice lights and things like that, leave a kind of crappy one. Can I just say, for the record, I've had the opposite experience moving house. The guys that were moving ours,
said
I
this.
remember when they first looked around the house, I was spying on them from a camera in my
In the
garden,
bush.
right?
You're in the bush.
Which they must have discovered by now. But I think that's fine. It was my house at
Yeah,
the
of
time.
course.
Of course.
Obviously, can't access it anymore. But they, when they were looking around the house, when they looked around the house, I saw them and I saw how happy they were. I knew. I said to my wife, I was like, this lot that are currently viewing the house, I reckon they'll
buy it.
And they couldn't have been sounder throughout. We've had the nicest
How
thing.
nice.
That was the first time they saw the house, right? Then they put an offer in. And if you've ever bought a house, it's such a weird situation, because you put an offer in on a house after viewing it for 10 minutes.
It's
Your
unbelievable.
life savings
Mad.
go
I've
into
only
it.
seen it
The
once,
most
maybe
expensive
twice.
purchase. You spend longer picking a pair of trainers than a house.
It's bonkers. And so I just want to say, like, when they came back for the second visit, I'm going to be really honest here, I haven't told them this. I said to my wife, let them come in, let's have a cup of tea, 20 minutes, then let's make an excuse and get them out. Because I didn't want anything to sully what had been an amazing experience. They'd put in this offer, everything was going well, we were all nice messages, stuff like that. And I just thought, I really see a problem here. If they're here too long, we might say something that offends. You never know what's going to happen that could go wrong. 4 hours later, we're all pissed. and they're dancing around my kitchen.
Great.
Honestly, when I talk
Great.
about how to sell a
was
house,
in
Chris, you absolutely
Nailed
nailed
it.
it. He did, didn't he? Whereas you did have the buyer from hell,
It
I
was
would
just,
say.
and it was a daddy's boy who kept going back to daddy, and daddy wanted more money, and he was just. But for what I can say, the people we bought the house off that I've moved into, lovely. They were so.
The people you bought off, lovely.
Yeah, so nice.
Just be nice.
They were so. Just stop. And I've got a very good friend who's an estate agent, and he's like, it's more stressful, but some people are shit. Don't be shit. Just trying to.
Just be sound.
They
We
got a
always say
lot of
that.
money off the house to try and get 50 quid off a chair. It was annoying me.
Things like that would make me so
honestly,
angry. I swear though,
I
I would
wanted to
set
pull
traps.
Yeah.
I would start shaving off a bit of a seat to make it wonky, make the table wonky.
Ruined last day of my holiday to the
Yeah.
point where I had to go to bar on my own. I was drinking whiskey. Might have had an argument.
So this is really good. This is what the podcast is for. It's a little bit of therapy. So that's big news from our lives of late. You two went to Will Manning, who we work with here at Capital. You went to his wedding.
Yes.
Yes, we went to his wedding, which was like unbelievable. I've never seen a setting like it. Like I mean, I haven't been to a wedding in ages, and I was like, God, weddings have leveled up since I last went to one.
So Will Manning, who does Capitol Drive in England, and he also does the chart show, and he covers the show when we're off. We've known Will for years, and we went to his wedding, and it was beautiful. It was so nice, and Will's wife's a wedding planner, so you knew it was going to be good as well.
Yeah, by all accounts, it was amazing.
It was black tie,
Yeah.
right? And I'll be honest, I was like, oh God, I'm going to be really hot in a black tie. I'm going to struggle like wearing a bow tie. Can I just say, everyone looked so cool.
It made everyone look so fit. It moves everyone from
Did it?
whatever level they
Yeah.
are 2 levels up.
Well, I've not seen any photos yet because I heard that photos were embargoed.
They are embargoed until we are allowed to.
Which is absolutely
post.
fine.
No, it is fine.
You
I
do-
think that's quite normal.
But the other news I heard seeping out from the wedding was that, and I thought this was a great touch, Will Manning DJed at
Yes,
his own wedding.
he did.
Now, why is that not just a done thing? All grooms should DJ their
at
own
the
wedding.
weddings, and it was
Yeah,
Great
to be
idea.
fair.
It was such a good set to the point where I was like writing down songs in my notes because I was like, oh God, I need to play this on my sets. It was seamless as
I
well.
would say the music from start to finish had been thought about. I'm talking about from the minute we arrived at the venue, there was like a soundtrack. And then that moment where there was like the fireworks went off on the drop of that flume. It's going to be you,
Yeah.
me and you.
That's great. The food was great.
You're not going to get a better gig than that, though, are you?
No,
I mean,
you're
like, no one there is going to lob a bottle at you.
No, not your own.
A
you're-
wedding
you're
planner
not
and a
dealing
DJ
with-
get married.
However,
I
You're
mean,
not
it's
dealing
perfect,
with
isn't it?
requests, everyone, it's a crowd that are like buzzing,
because you're paying for him to be there, basically. Yeah.
It's like DJing in a nightclub. You're right that you've paid every person in the crowd a bit of money
Can I
and fed them.
just say, if I DJ'd my own wedding up north, I probably would get a bottle thrown at me.
Well, I've seen and heard stories from where you've DJ'd other people's weddings. And actually,
That was bad enough.
that footballer you DJ'd the wedding for,
Don't.
I met him. By the way, I met
don't-
him not too long
I don't
ago,
wanna talk
and
about
I
it.
heard
Oh,
an
tell
amazing
me.
story about Jordan. Very unlike Jordan. This story, the most Jordan North story ever. I'm about to tell you. A few drinks, DJing this footballer's wedding.
I don't want to talk about it.
Has got a bit too pissed and has started to repeat a few of the songs he's playing and has broken into, because I think it was quite a long set, has had to go to songs that perhaps he doesn't always play, and I think it was on the sort of second or third run of Proclaimers or the Peter Kay version of what was it? I Will Roll 500 Miles.
Brian
You
Potter
played the
version.
Brian Potter version of Proclaimers.
A Premier League footballer's 30th.
Oh, you
That
can't.
One of the associates of the footballers had to come over and say, mate, do you mind just switching up the music?
Playing a few different songs, mate. How many? You're there with like 4 CDs putting them in.
It's a Brian Potter
Oh,
version
God.
of, instead of I will walk 500 miles, it's I will roll 500 miles.
God.
So, I don't.
Why
I
were you
just,
no, surely you weren't. I was joking about CDs, but surely you had like a
no,
playlist.
I actually remember what happened. Like something was on my USB, so I had to go off somebody else's, which is always a nightmare. And I was just scrambling around for tunes. It was actually horrific, so I just got really drunk to get through it. It was horrific.
It's a lot of pressure.
Talking of Will's wedding, we did just see on our way in here a producer who was looking a bit sheepish because, I don't know if you knew this, outside the very fancy hotel where it was, well-respected senior producer here spewed at the entrance.
It's got to be one though. I don't think it would be a wedding without someone doing that. Like it's a sign
normal.
of a good
Why
night,
did-
isn't
but
it?
it was proper spew.
It was a big.
Yeah, did you see it?
I did. I saw photo evidence of it.
Well, the
actually.
wedding was in the New Forest, wasn't it, as well?
was
So
very
they had a big old journey back from what has now been called the Spew Forest.
But yeah, that wedding, it was wicked. I'm going to say I'm proud that two things of what I achieved at that wedding. One, I started a conga, which I think
It was class.
Oh.
Yeah, come on. No, come on. Congas are still a thing.
Did you do the Macarena?
I started a conga
Will's
too.
wedding, like he'd have the Macarena on.
Yeah, in fact, actually, I bet he didn't. Probably wasn't approved.
Oh,
this
he would have a
conga.
band list. I bet the music thing would be tight. You know when you DJ a wedding, like, and obviously the bride and groom really care about it, you get like a band list.
A band.
And it's like songs that they'd go, you definitely. And
Oh,
by
like,
the way,
you cannot play this. Yeah, there was no like Mr. Brightside and stuff.
yeah,
I
but
have to
9
say.
times out of 10, they say they don't want those songs
And then when-
until they're pissed.
Yeah, and then everyone wants them.
You're never too cool for ABBA. That's
No.
all I'm going to say.
Or a Grease Mega Mix. Where there's something like
Exactly.
that.
Get
Yeah.
I totally
everybody
agree.
up. Get everybody up. But go on, you were saying you started a
Second
conga.
thing was I took some banging pictures. I have to say it. I think
You did.
I have a talent in taking pictures.
And then-
I always take I have a way of making people look good looking. I think
You were.
I
You
find the
were.
angles.
You do. You were fuming at me because I took a picture of you and you said I didn't get your feet in. What's that? Are you
Right,
meant to
so
get
I
feet in
took some of the
pictures?
best looking pictures. You look like a Hollywood movie star, and there I'm taking pictures of you and all the boys. And then you were very kind. You were like, "Oh, let me take one of you and Jake." I'm going through them. I was like, "Well, that's all headroom." When I'm talking like half my legs cut off, but you got the full tree in behind me.
Speaking of half, Jake and Capital Sonny J were on fine form at the wedding.
It was good. It was a good vibe of people, wasn't it?
They're one-liners. Yeah.
Sonny J came to me and he went, "Sean, I feel like I'm at American Pie, the wedding." And he got giddy. That was at the start of the day. And I was like, "Oh my God, you're right. It is." It was literally like, have you seen that movie? It was
Yeah.
all those characters in one, wasn't there?
Were you pissed? You seemed all right.
I get to the point at a wedding where I almost can't get drunk.
Same. 'Cause
I hit a weird point where I can't get any drunker.
Cal was like, came in the next day, our exec producer, and was like, I don't get drunk off bottles. I can have 20 bottles of beer and that don't affect me.
Yeah,
I
but
was
then
like, yeah, but that's 10 pints. He's like, yeah, don't never get drunk off
It
bottles.
is different.
I was
also.
sober as a judge to me. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I get drunk off bottles.
It's funny. Do bottles taste different to a pint?
Before we move on, we should reference Sarah in Hampshire. She's a proud 6am'er.
She's got the merch on.
And she's on our picture this week, on the picture screen on the back of us. She is on our shelf in one of the picture frames. It's Sarah. She's a proud 6am'er. She's got all the merch bundles. So we launched some 6am merch, didn't we? And it's been flying off the shelves. We should explain that the 6am'er is a club. Have we talked about it before on the podcast?
I don't know if we actually have.
I don't think we have. So, because we're on from 6 o'clock in the morning, we're one of the only breakfast shows in the UK now that start at 6 o'clock. I mean, to be fair, a lot have started back at 6 now, but they didn't used to be. A lot started at 6:30 or 7. But because we're on at 6 and we're live, a lot of others are pre-recorded. We have this little club called the 6am Club that starts from 6 till 7. And it's just all the grafters that are up and about, all the people that are on the night shift that are on their last hour. And it's become this real close-knit club where we have a laugh and we do... It's one of my favourite hours we do on the show.
Always has been, because that chat feels wild. If you miss the 6 o'clock, I think you miss out on some amazing conversations. Yeah.
And it's stuff we just wouldn't be able to get away at 8 in the school run and stuff like that. So it's one of my favourite hours. And there's a few rules of 6am Club. Rule number 1, you tell everyone about 6am Club. Rule number 2, you tell everyone about 6am Club. You might have to help me out here because I've not got it written down. Rule number 3, look out for each other.
Yeah.
Rule number 4, be sound.
Yeah.
Rule number 5,
Wash your pits.
rule number 6.
If you hear rhyme time in the wild, which this one's such a long
This
clause,
this rule's long.
it's too long to explain. But if you hear fireball in the wild, you have to sing the word, it's rhyme time. If you know, you know. It's one of those.
But yeah, so we've give some merch for our 6amers because it's getting to the point where people coming up to us and going, I'm a 6am'er. And it's like a proper exclusive club we have. So there is the lovely Sarah in Hampshire, a 6am'er, a proud 6am'er with a merch. It's class, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Great picture, Sarah.
Yeah,
It is a
and
good
don't
picture.
let people say to you like radio's dying, all that. We've got people buying merchandise for
Yeah.
us to say they're proud listeners
you
of
know
our
what?
show.
People want genuine company and real people in the morning. Sorry, Spotify, AI, Chat GPT, you're not a human.
No, people like the connection.
Yes,
And
it's a real thing.
Other breakfast shows, stop recording your first hour. In fact,
Yeah.
no, carry on recording your first hour because it's better for us.
Yeah.
We should talk now about us being reunited because we belong together with Mariah Carey. At the time of recording, we've just interviewed Mariah Carey. Which,
It's always like a religious experience for me. Do you think?
It was great. I was nervous. I thought she was fantastic. She was cheeky.
Yeah, we met her once before, and clips from that interview went viral. They were everywhere. And she loved that interview so much that she wanted to come in again. And she was saying how much she enjoyed the first time.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because when we interviewed her, there were so many amazing comments about it. But there were a lot of comments there going, these interviewers get to speak to Mariah Carey, they don't understand her. Like, it's like, not at all. Like, we love Mariah Carey. And actually, that chat that we had at the ball, I thought was so fun. And she loved it so much. And so she came back anyway, so we thought we'd do a bit more of that, because the most amazing thing about Mariah Carey is she is the queen of pop. She is pop royalty, and we love and respect her so much. But it's her and our British culture as we all experience it. When those worlds collide, that's where the discussion is, and that's what we try and do with her, is sort of talk to her about things that we all love and things that we get up to, and get her take on it.
Yeah, and it's
so special, that.
It's kind of hard to explain because she really is down to earth.
Yeah.
She has such a reputation of being this crazy diva. And yet she came and sat in our studios. She bought us a box of donuts to start. She walked in with a box of Krispy Kremes. No one ever does that to say thank you. She gets all this stick about having her own lighting and things taking ages to set up. She literally came, sat down. We were chatting within 2 minutes of her arriving.
Oh,
it was no nonsense.
Although, let's discuss, because she's diva in a brilliant way. Like,
but it's with a wink. It's with a cheeky smile, isn't it?
It's not like...
It's not like
rude.
when we get a Love Islander in who's being a knob, is it?
No, it's not.
I always say that there should be two versions. There's a diva and there's a dick.
Yeah.
She's just a diva.
Yeah,
She's not
I like
a dick.
that. Let's remember that.
Yeah.
She's either a diva or a dick.
Yeah.
And she's
go
just
on.
a diva. She's great.
She stood there for a photo at the end. Fella comes over.
Oh my God.
Whips out a little machine. And it starts moving. It wasn't a fan. It started throwing wind at us.
That was elite. Now, I've seen people have their own lighting. Even when I've taken pictures at this morning, they sometimes have a really big, bright light just to give you a really good picture. I have never seen a portable wind machine. That was elite.
It was like one of those things that chefs use to glaze. What's it?
But that puts out
called?
fire,
Like a blowtorch.
doesn't it?
It was like a blowtorch, but I think it was a blowtorch, but without the thing, because it just went, and then her hair started wafting in wind.
What did you see?
I was like, get away from me, I'm receding, love. Well, I'm going to Turkey next year. Get away from me. She was like, I was like, do you not see? If you look at the picture,
are you trying to get out the wind?
I was getting out the way.
I was trying to get in the wind.
You were there like, we belong. I'm like, Christ, no.
Oh, I look
like
so
I've
rough
come on an
though
open
next to
top
her.
bus.
I'm dreading the pictures actually.
But that little fella, when he came over to do the makeup on her, dropped it on the floor, and I picked it up for him, and I was like, oh, you dropped your. And then my thought was, what is this?
Your gun?
Like, is it your gun? Your blowtorch? Your vape?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what it was. Turned out it was wind.
Can I just say, we always say it's a little peek behind the curtain, this podcast. Everyone was flapping and nervous beforehand, right? I like to think we as the presenters were fine. Mariah Carey as the artist, the act was fine. Everyone else just flapping around. All our producers, all her people, all the people upset. Just, it's fine. They were, I mean, they probably work hard and behind the scenes, but there's just chill.
Maybe that, you know that phrase, like they run so we can walk, or they walk.
Yeah, that's
maybe
a
it's
fair
they
point.
flap
So
that
we
we
can
can
relax.
chat.
They flap so we can.
They flap so we can chat.
Yeah.
That's great.
Maybe that's what it is.
Also, there's a lot of pressure that comes with it in there. Like the timings, and they're having to wrap us up, and
And then she's got to go and do Heart after us.
and all this kind of stuff. I mean, who knows? Also, Heart, stop listening into our interviews.
Yes!
Driving
Oh,
us
that's-
bonkers.
Call them out, Welby.
it.
Call them out. We
We
found
see
out.
you tapping into our cameras. We're
found-
like, why are they watching us?
So we obviously hear a great reason why stars come to global radio and we don't have to do junkets and stuff is we say to them, look, come and speak to Capital Breakfast, then afterwards you can go and speak to Heart, or you can go on Radio X or LBC or
yeah, we're all in the same building.
We're all in the same building, and you can get so much coverage. The biggest commercial radio company in Europe, you just come in, give us an hour, and you'll get on loads of coverage, and they'll be like, yeah, great. So we share them. But we found out recently that Heart, we usually interview the artist before, then tap in and have a listen, so stop it.
You stop it
Stop
right
it.
now.
Stop it.
Stop
We're not
it.
doing it to you.
God, no, we won't do it to them.
Well, we might start now.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
might
what's going on.
start. Yeah. Teach us how
That is
not to do an
sneaky.
interview. I'm joking. I
We're
told
getting
you.
mean now. We do love them.
When we had our week off, I've got to put my hand up here. We'll go back to Mariah in a minute 'cause we're going to play. When we had our week off, I was being a geek and listening round like I do, and I actually come in and said, "You understand why the biggest breakfast show?"
They are
You
good.
can listen. If you listen round, they know what they're doing. Anyway, we should listen. Right, that was me showing respect to our competitors and colleagues. Here's some highlights of our interview with Mariah Carey.
Okay, well, your latest single is called Sugar Sweet.
Yes.
And speaking of that, our favourite sweet treat in the UK is a bicky. Are you familiar with bickies?
No.
You like that word, don't you?
Bicky. I said it proper British as well. The Brits love a biscuit, which I know is a bit different in America. Biscuits are something else, I think.
Do you want me to pass
Yes.
along?
Yeah,
That's our tea. We've got some
Yes,
tea and
biscuits
biscuits.
are something else.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Whereas I suppose this is closer to a cookie.
Cook them and yeah.
But we call them bickies.
Okay. What's this? Is this some kind of
We've got
hot
tea.
cocoa? Oh, tea.
Tea and
Yes,
biscuits.
tea
That's
and
what you would
This
do.
has the thingy inside it. Okay.
The tea bag, yeah. Like
Hold
that.
on, let me just put this on so I can fix it.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
So Mariah's just making her tea, a little brew. Yeah, you've got the tea bag there.
Sorry, Mariah Carey's making a brew in front of us right now.
Let me
So,
see what I'm doing
You need a bit
wrong.
you need some hot water, and then you need some milk in there. Is there enough hot
Oh,
water in
she's
there, Tom?
squeezing the tea bag.
Oh, yeah, she knows how to do a British
Oh no,
tea.
I definitely know how to do that, but I just don't want this.
Oh,
part
that bit in
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the string out.
Where do you stand on us dunking our bickies in our tea?
If dunking your bickies is gonna make you happy, do it.
Yes!
There we go. There, you can pop that in that bowl. That's it. And then there's a bit of milk in the jug if you want some milk.
Little milk.
Yeah, a little bit of milk in your tea. Lovely. And then you can choose, if you do want a bicky, we've got some classics. We've got a bourbon. We've got a...
What is a bourbon?
a bourbon's really nice. It's the chocolate... it's like
the chocolate biscuit.
It's like a sandwich of like squishy chocolate.
Okay.
And then you've got a custard cream.
Cream.
That's very British,
Yeah.
isn't it? Which is like a
Custard
custard
cream, cream in the
fill-
middle. Okay.
Yeah. And then you've got a chocolate hobnob. They're
hobnob?
Yeah, hobnob. They are good though.
Really?
Yeah, really good.
I feel like you're learning all sorts today.
I really am. But then my question is, would you ever eat that with a donut? Would you ever have tea with a donut?
Yes,
Yes.
we could have it with a donut, couldn't we?
let's
Maybe we
have
do.
I think you can. Yeah, I've had tea with donuts before. They probably do go better with coffee, but you can have it with tea for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a coffee fan.
Oh, you're not a coffee drinker?
I've got to admit, one of the most therapeutic things I've ever seen is watching you, Mariah Carey, make a cup of tea here. Everything is just so
It's really
graceful. And
It is.
I'm just trying to get it together.
Yeah, this is great. Have a cup of tea, and if you want a bicky, you can have a bicky.
and whilst you're doing that,
This one.
That's the chocolate hobnob. There's the
okay.
custard cream is the lighter coloured one, and then the
Yeah.
other one's the bourbon.
Okay.
unbelievable.
Which one do you like the
Really
look
quite
of them,
surreal
like?
moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mariah's made tea. Are you actually trying it?
With
Oh,
a
wow.
spoon.
That was the most dainty.
Yes, with the spoon. Oh, but I need more sugar.
Sugar!
So Mariah's drinking the tea. How you'd eat soup, but we're here for it.
Yeah, but she can't mess the makeup up.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And
Mariah does
also, I
what she
just wanted
wants.
to taste it, and now
Yeah.
there's not enough sugar.
We can get
Oh,
some.
wait, somebody quickly.
Sugar.
Where's Nana?
Right, let's
Nana,
go.
the
Mariah
sugar!
Carey wants sugar.
needs
That's
sugar.
what I gotta
Run.
say. I'ma keep it nice. I'ma keep it neat. I'ma keep it sugar. I'ma keep it sweet.
That's your new single.
Yeah.
She's so on brand.
So good. Right then, this is the Capital Breakfast podcast. It's called After the Show. I'm Jordan North here with Chris Stark and Sean Welby. And round about this time, we always do our quotes from the notes. So Sean, what have you written down in your notes in your phone this week that has been said off air?
That's a saggy arse for an elephant. You'd expect it to be tighter.
Yeah. That was me.
It was.
Don't make me cackle. No one's hearing cackle at this time. Yes. Can you explain? No? Can you not be asked? Or do you want to leave it there?
Context was I had become particularly obsessed with videos of the migration of the Serengeti. They were appearing on my TikTok. Most of them, the music in the background was that song that goes, He lives in me.
Hey,
Oh, oh,
and they're all the
He
wildebeest
lives in
are
me.
cantering down the hut.
Is it He lives in me?
He lives in you, or lives in me. Yes, I think so.
I've famously never seen this film, so
Anyway, so that music's happening and there's all these videos. I was sharing these. Then Sian became obsessed. So what we did is we put we've got screens all around our studio. We decided to beam a live webcam from a watering hole
So,
somewhere in the Serengeti
this
to
live
the screen.
watering hole, by the way. Bear in mind, we don't have any windows in the studio. This brought me light to my day.
Yeah.
I was so happy. So when we turn it on, there's literally just hippos having like a chill.
But what I couldn't believe is this same webcam would then just move to the left and there'd be some giraffes, or right, and it wasn't switching between webcams, which means round that watering hole it was almost like the Lion King. It was all different animals.
They all just turn up and
I didn't realise they'd be all so close together. So at one point, a couple of elephants appeared, right? And as they were parading, they sort of went past the camera, then turned to sort of, I guess, moon the camera a bit. And we were all just sort of staring in silence. And I made the comment that I would the arse of this one particular elephant had quite a lot of cellulite almost. And I would have just thought, for the amount that it's walking, it would
thought
be
it'd be
tighter.
tighter.
It was
What's
just
an observation?
It was just an observation.
It's something
You
you'd
don't get
never
that
say.
with Attenborough.
no, that's what I mean. And I think even for Attenborough and like documentaries and stuff, like telly and films IRL, they probably pick the best looking elephant to film. They won't have a saggy arsed elephant on Attenborough, would they?
Whereas we got the real ones.
Yeah.
Attenborough's like the Love Island of the
Exactly.
nature world, whereas we were watching more of a shameless version.
You are right.
That's
It's all a bit
fine.
Attenborough's like, look at
Sick.
that on that. Let's pick that one. Look at this on that.
Look at this on
Right,
that.
there's context.
God.
It was a very different time. I told a story once. I worked in a pub. Are we allowed to tell
Yeah, go on,
this?
just tell it.
I worked in a pub, and there's a fella called Airy John who was loved. He was cheeky. All the girls loved him. And one day, a lady walked in. And he took a sip of his pint and went, "Look at this on that," and farce his arse, and that's why.
And that's that. So
That's
look at
that.
fast on that.
It was a different time.
It was a different time.
Look at this on that.
What was
So
this?
anyway, that's the elephant one.
That's
just
the
to be
elephant one. Another quote, which I can't remember the context. You've said BAP 7 times today. That was you, Jordan. Well, Chris was
Baps.
saying that to you, but why had you said BAP
Baps.
so many times?
Baps. There was
Baps.
God, Baps. Maddie,
Baps.
why were we saying Baps? Buzz through.
Friends and partners.
Oh, boyfriends and partners.
Boyfriends and partners. Yes, but that's the new term for the lionesses.
Yeah,
Wags
the
instead of wags.
It's BAPs.
It's Baps. Boyfriends and partners. Thank you, Maddie.
I'm
the
a big
baddie.
fan of that. I
Yeah.
think BAPs needs to take over in
Boyfriends
general.
and partners.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it because it encapsulates more people, doesn't it? Than wags and girlfriends. Sorry, wives and girlfriends, wags. It's just female.
Yeah.
Boyfriends and partners it can be anything really.
Can I ask you a question? You do a podcast with Crouch. Peter
I never
Crouch.
mention it.
Crouchy. And you've interviewed many footballers, and you know a lot of footballers now. Do footballers themselves refer to their partners as the wags? So, like when they're on the team coach, do they go, "Oh, the wags are coming later"?
No, but it was it was like a media tag that I think was mainly in 2006, wasn't it? Around the wives and girlfriends then, so it came from a newspaper. So I don't think.
Will they not be like, "Oh yeah, we're going to do here," and then all the wags are coming?
Well,
Would
I
they
think it's
refer
a
to
bit
their other half?
I think it's stereotypical. Is it? Would you
Wives
say?
and girlfriends.
From now on, can we just call our other half the BAPs? Because it's
The
a lot
Baps,
easier,
yeah,
isn't it?
The Baps.
Start back.
Yeah.
You stereotypical. You go woke.
Oh, I have got a bit woke of late. You're right. You're right. You've got to be careful out there at the moment.
Says the guy that's calling out the elephant's saggy arse.
Look at this on that. Look at this on that elephant.
This was a rant, Jordan. I remember you shouting this. You went, "Does nobody know what snagging is?"
People looking at me like I was a fucking weirdo.
Sometimes I don't join in with the job, but everyone was almost laughing at you, and I sat there going like, I know what he's talking about. I do know
I'd
what he's
never
talking
heard
about.
of snagging. I have
Can
to
I
admit.
say, you used to always stick up for me as well. Like, even, like, when everyone goes in 2 foot on it, you used to always stick up for me, and you did that. Everyone was like, how do you not know what snagging is? So just buying an house at the moment. And we got at the time I said, I've got a builder coming around today, he's going to be doing some snagging. And everyone was like, what are you on about? And snagging is just, come round and check the house, it's all the little jobs that they've missed. There's like bit of paint on floor that I want him to get up. That's snagging. There's a slight light that's been fitted that's just off kilt. That's snagging.
Yeah, or like the flooring is a bit of a gap between the floor and the wall. It's just little jobs.
There's
get
a
the
bit,
snags in.
There's a bit of round plug socket. They've missed a bit of paint.
Did I tell you the story talking about like gaps in the wood? When I that's really random, but when I went to an Airbnb with Ruby for the first time, when Ruby was like 3 months old, and we were staying in this Airbnb with wooden flooring that had gaps in between the like slats of wood, and I was getting her ready for a bath, so she was completely naked, and I scooped her up. Now, the schoolboy error is once you put them quickly into the seating position, sometimes it can cause a natural expulsion of because you like sandwich them and it squeezes out.
Happens to the best of us.
It happens to the best of us. So I picked her up, I scooped her up, and all the shit went down the middle of this floorboard, and I thought, I can never tell the Airbnb, but in the summer that's going to be a snagging problem. That's going to be a right problem.
How are you going to get that out? Oh, Christ.
I thought you were talking about holes in the wood. I was worried you were talking about... Because I have this overbearing...
Isn't that a porn film, by the way? I'm sure.
Well, I've got this overbearing paranoia when I'm in a hotel room that they're watching through the mirror.
Oh, don't give me that fear.
And
Never even thought about
what
it.
I always do, first or second thing when I get into a hotel room is I go over to the mirror and wave. And I do it in case
Just
someone's on the other side to be like, and I'll
I'm
say,
watching you.
I know you're there.
That's the first thing you do when you get in a hotel room, is it?
Get to the mirror and wave.
That's the first thing you do. I know, you probably should check that before you do the...
But also...
Do you not put a towel over it?
I do towels over as much as I can. And that's actually a really sad way to be, isn't it?
Do you know like Kate Fistler's like that?
Do you
She's
never
like
think...
dead paranoid in hotels, like, you're fine. She's like, no. She covers bloody door knobs and peeking
can't be too
holes
careful.
and stuff.
What's your take on it? Do you ever...
You've given me a new fear, I think.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
I'm so easily persuaded by a new thought that now that's in there, and I'm thinking, oh, I probably should be careful about that.
There's obviously rules when you go to a hotel. You need to be wary. Like, obviously, don't use the kettle.
Right,
ever.
no, this is right. That's an example. Chris gave me the fear of a kettle because she said people are boiling their pants.
They do.
In
They
there.
boil their underwear.
Oh, and
Why
on
are they
stag
doing
do's
that?
and stuff,
They
they're
do.
pissing them, don't they? Let's get straight in. What's the first one we've got, please? Chris and Sian.
Well, first up, hello to Helen in Coventry. He says, I'm very much enjoying your podcast, and after listening to the most recent one I caught up with, Destination Wedding, might I say it's the most wholesome thing I've ever watched, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly. Also, to answer Jordan's most asked questions, have I changed? To be honest, no, you've not. You were a joy to watch then, and you still are now. Just don't change anymore. Much love. What was Destination Wedding?
So we talked about this. I said, of all the TV shows I filmed, do you remember this? I said my favourite one I filmed was with Beverly Callard.
Beverly Callard,
Destination.
sorry.
I went from the top of Spain to bottom.
That's right.
I might rewatch that because it was probably about 4 years ago now.
And you both got that tattoo, didn't
We
you?
both got a matching tattoo.
Live, laugh, love on your leg.
Disfruto el momento.
It is, though. It is what it means.
Spanish for enjoy the moment,
Oh.
which you can also imagine my mum having in one of her bathrooms on an ornament. But yeah, I said that was the most fun show I filmed.
Yeah.
Also, at the time of saying that, Cooking with the Stars is out as well at the moment. You can watch that every Sunday.
Yep. Cooking with the Stars as well. Yes, Rosemary Schrager, who you're partnered with on that show.
Sergeant Major
Oh my
Schrager.
God, she's amazing.
You came and met her, didn't you?
Yeah, me and Chris met her. I mean, whether that filming will ever see the light of day, we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
She was wicked.
You Nana, no, chop, no, you stupid Nana, listen to me.
She was debriefing with me and Chris, going, "Is he like that when he's with you? I'm trying to tell him something. I'm clicking. Listen, focus."
Is that what she said?
Yeah,
Or were you like-
she loved you, by the way. She was
did,
not saying
yeah.
it in a bad way. She absolutely adored you. She was like, you just have to keep him focused. And sometimes you just have to you can go, come here, one thing at a time. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, I do need to. I've got the ADHD test coming up. I'm worried about it.
The what?
I've got this ADHD test coming up. I'm
Have
pretty
you?
sure I've got it. But I'm also been watching lots of stuff online and people like getting medication for it. I know everyone's jumping on bandwagon, but like it's completely changed them. This one girl's like, oh my God, this is what it's like to think normal. And now I'm like, if I start thinking like a normal person, I'll be able to do radio and stuff.
Well, I would just say, do whatever feels right for you because we love you the way you are.
Oh, Bless you.
We do.
I've got that coming up in a week.
And no, you haven't changed too much. No, but we have discussed this. You're right on the brink of change.
I don't think I honestly don't think I have.
Yeah, you gotta-
I dress better.
All of us have changed. If you think about the stuff that we used to do, I've changed. I've changed loads.
Yeah, I don't go out as much because I just can't,
Afford?
no, I can't be arsed being rough on a breakfast show and been out
Yeah.
all night.
Oh
But
God, that's bad, isn't it? Like,
I used to be able to do it, and I've done it a few times on this show. But I mean, when I used to do early breakfast at the other place, sometimes I come straight from the pub. I used to do it. I told you about with Rock FM and stuff, but I couldn't do it now if you paid me.
No.
I wouldn't be able to string a sentence together. I had 4 drinks on Friday night. I had two pints, a gin and tonic, and a glass of wine. Right, Friday night. I was rough Saturday morning before wedding. I had to go and get some Alka-Seltzers from shop. Jess,
sorry, just on that, I will admit to something. So last Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, I filmed this little thing in Manchester.
I
Yes.
could tell you were hungover.
I was hungover the next day.
Did you know? Because we were doing that holidays do's and don'ts, and we explained it about 4 times to Chris.
Yeah, I
Chris
know when
went-
you might be because
I
there's
lost
a
interest.
glazed over. Yeah, you just can't.
Chris went,
There's a
right, I
glazed
think you're
over
all over explaining it here, and I was like, no.
Oh, that's it. I think I really annoy you when you're hungover. I think I particularly annoy you, and you're like, "Oh my God, shut up."
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You're thinking it.
No, I did. I do remember saying, think we're over. Yes, because. Well, yeah. So anyway, the night before, what had happened is I'd spent all day going to Manchester because trains were off and there was car journey. I was there for about an hour. So then they got us a car back. I'd shared the car with Crouchy and we had a load of tins on the way home.
Great.
Way to do it.
But the problem was he then dropped me at mine first.
Yes.
And when I turned up at my house, my wife had a load of drinks with some school mums.
Oh, great.
So the kids were sort of chasing around what I think was a hedgehog or something.
Feral in the garden.
Right? And my wife was riding around on a kid's ride-on tractor.
Oh, elite. I need to have a drink with Ria.
And I was
honestly
like,
do.
Pete, this is my wife.
That's fantastic.
It's
What do you mean,
not met your
It's
wife?
supposed to
No,
be
they
better.
have met, but it was the first time he's come around my house.
Oh. Yes, you like their shit.
Wife's on kids ride on tractor. They are fun, to be fair. I had a little go myself, just privately. I did.
What, you got on that ride
I
on?
did
What,
when
the
I
one you
made
got, Charlie, for
it.
his
The one I
birthday?
had to build.
Oh,
I
it did look
built it
good.
and I sat on it as if I was under the guise I'm testing it, and I thought actually this is quite fun.
Why didn't you get someone round to build that?
Yeah, well, you've got me onto this something called TaskRabbit now. This app, where you can rendezvous with a person that will come and for money, sort whatever you want out.
Tasks, like putting pictures up and tellies.
Yeah.
Don't make it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, probably is an app for that.
There's definitely an app. For
No, an app for paying someone.
Yeah.
Blokes. But anyway, Jess in Baslington says, obviously you guys love the entire Capital playlist, but what kind of music do you listen to outside of work? I don't.
Well, I like listening to Capital myself.
Of course, as soon as I get out.
Chris.
What?
Chris is always on the cusp of it. I can tell he's like legally bound to say certain things. It's like in your contract you've had to go, Capital's the way forward. And this lovely drink of Nescafe, he sometimes has an advert.
I'm
built
only
in.
messing. No, I have Capital on when I'm out and about in the car and stuff like that. But because you got to think we're sat in a studio 4 hours every day,
Yeah.
I actually need silence.
Same.
Or like I need to just hear something completely different.
So it's a good question, Jess. I get out of the studio because we've had 4 hours of music and stuff. So I get out and I very rarely put my headphones in. I always get that free paper on the train and just read that on the way home because I just feel like I need. But then I've always got Capital on when I get in, so it's on most of my speakers at home. And then I usually listen to music at the weekends. But I famously, I like loads of different music. I do. I like my indie bands and stuff. I'm really into my the old country music at the moment. They say country music. It's only Chris Stapleton and what's his name?
Jelly Roll or whatever.
What's the other one called?
Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims and Chris Stapleton. What's the other fella called? There's like all that. But I can listen to all sorts. But then I was listening to Pink Pantheress on way home from Will's wedding. On way home. And yeah, so it's all.
Do you know what I'm really into at the moment? A song from... So I've got a playlist that I make, which I call Stark Songs. It's all songs from my history, songs that remind me. So like Casey and JoJo all my life. First Dance with a Girl.
Oh my God.
So I've got that on the playlist. I've got all these songs that remind me of certain times.
That's cool. So
So I'll
what's gone in
listen to that.
recently? Have you had
Well,
had to-
no, I've one that I don't know. I was so tired. You know, sometimes when you're really tired and you just get over emotional. I heard a song from the Matilda soundtrack.
Oh, fantastic.
Still Holding My Hand. It's called.
No, we played it. It's one of my favourite songs. I'm on my way.
No,
he means a new-
that's Rusty Roots or
Rusty
something.
Roots. Oh,
He means the new musical one. Yeah,
Sorry.
the musical.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about a teacher who bonds with a child who has these kind of strange powers.
Oh no, not Matilda. Not Matilda. I meant the song, not the.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was very sweet. Oh,
Everyone knows
God.
what Matilda's about,
Oh,
you
sorry.
dick.
Okay, Georgia says, not got a question, just want to say I'm horrified Sian doesn't know who Jerry Cinnamon is.
Oh, yeah.
And Jordan's impression was a belter. See what you done there,
She
Georgia.
has a belter. What was that, about 8-9 years ago? Was it 10 years ago, Joe?
But who is
no,
Jerry
less than
Cinnamon?
that. Surely less
I
than
still
that.
don't know.
Scottish
Mate.
folk singer, if you will. There's probably loads of people going to email and say he's not a folk singer. He's a Scottish folk singer that they love in Scotland. Did a load of headlines. Very private. Doesn't really do many interviews and stuff like that.
He's the man.
But he had some songs out a few years ago that we played a lot at the old place. They were on Radio X a lot as well.
Oh,
She
okay.
is a belter, different from the rest. And what was the other one? I'll
Do you
send
know what it is? He stands up with a guitar
She is a belter.
and the whole crowd, it will be like going mad, like flares up in the
Oh,
air.
amazing.
And it's just
What's the other song he had?
sometime.
Ooh, sometimes. Oh no, that's
No, that's
sometimes.
sometimes.
But thank you.
Well, I'm sorry, Georgia, because Jerry Cinnamon sounds like a cracking bloke. By the sounds of
so
it, it can
good.
get the crowd pumping.
Also sounds like something you can get in Greg's.
You'll have a Jerry Cinnamon,
Another
please.
Jerry Cinnamon, please.
Jamie in Ipswich. Chris, your childhood stories are very confusing. You weren't allowed to watch TV shows or eat chocolate, but you could go on a TV show about teenage sex.
I know,
Yes!
yeah,
It's true,
yeah.
actually. You have got some confusing stories because
Mixed
sometimes it sounds like an
messages,
Oliver Twist sort of life, where you're sort of eating fish fingers, the bread first to savour the fish in the middle, and it
You
sounds
did
like
your lick crisps as well.
licked crisps and put them back in so you could have them flavoured, and then you had the
So
plain
you'd have
ones
prawn
as a treat.
cocktail, then it was like another packet of plain.
Plain, which is very sweet because you obviously make things last, but then.
You licked prawn.
Well, for a long time, as a treat on a Saturday night when watching Gladiators, I'd get a small tub of pistachio nuts. And
Don't tell me you eat the shells.
no, I didn't eat the shells, but I would eat the nuts and I would lick the shells until someone clocked and told me, well, it might have been my mum was like, you really shouldn't be doing that because like that's probably someone's hand's been in, scooped up a load and thrown them in a thing. I might as well be just licking your hands.
On a Saturday night, a tub of pistachio nuts was your treat.
No, it wasn't a tub. It'd be like a small bowl or a small
No, it
bowl
was
of Twiglets.
2 or 3.
It was, yeah.
He was-
I'd only get a chocolate bar on a Friday in my
You're
packed
the
lunch.
male Matilda.
Yeah,
No, because I wasn't. No, because I had a very happy childhood. It's just like I don't know. I didn't have the benefits that you guys had with your sort of rich
Liberal-
upbringing.
Rich upbringing.
Oh my God.
I actually had a bum bed with Al Ryan until I was 21. Don't talk to me about rich upbringings. I think you mean more liberal northern ones. Yeah, do what you want. Yeah, a lot of my...
Maybe it was more like that.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that. I didn't get many treats. I used to get 20p pick and mix on a Friday.
Mate, going to McDonald's when I was a kid was a fucking treat.
Yeah.
Now, kids go twice a week, if that. I remember we could go for a birthday and we'd be buzzing.
Yeah.
I remember
They've
once...
stopped birthday parties now. I don't know why. I
remember once coming home from school and my dad saying, me and your mum are going out tonight. Babysitter's coming. He went, if you'd be good, get you McDonald's. And we were buzzing. It took us to McDonald's on a Friday.
We used to go to McDonald's as a treat if our football team won.
Oh, that's good.
It was Pin Stars. I would have been 13 at that age, I
'cause
think,
of Pinner.
13, 14. Pin Stars, yeah. And we basically lost so much that the manager said he'd take us to McDonald's if we win. 2 trips that season.
Just shows you, doesn't it?
2.
A bit of encouragement.
My dad never used to come watch me play football. It was too embarrassing.
I've never played football with you.
I'd love for us to have a game of
Are you really
footy.
good? Are you actually
Shite.
No, but I mean, we're all rubbish, but how bad are you?
I'm all right. I'm actually all right. I'm all right in net. And
Would you do
defence.
soccer aid?
I got asked, I know, but it's always the same weekend as summertime ball.
Yeah, it is.
It's
actually.
always the same weekend. Yeah, there you go. Right then, that's us done for another week on the podcast. Remember, you've got to do all your podcast admin, like, subscribe, share, and review. Leave us a nice review if you want. No, you can leave us a rubbish one, but we prefer a nice one.
Yeah, it would go down a treat, that would. Also, you can always text us when we're on the radio. So if you're going to email us, ask us something that you couldn't ask us on the radio. Like, go for it. Nothing's off limits, right? And then we'll just see. So it's aftershowshow@capitalfm.com.
Yep, and you can keep up with all the episodes on Global Player or wherever you get your podcasts.
We'll see you next time.